Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Hello, everybody. Hello. 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 Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I'm 5 minutes late. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. Hello, everybody. Massive socialist W's. Massive socialist W's. Massive socialist W's. Massive, massive socialist W's. Howdy, everybody. Howdy, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Massive W's across the board. We should get a lever Johnny for Haley Stevens. Incredible. No, we should. Not great, but thanks for asking. But we got a massive socialist W. We got a massive W. Chat was restricted even for me. I don't know. I had to refresh sometimes. Have to refresh. DocuTussy. I will take a gander at the DocuTussy. I do have a bunch of stuff ready to go, but I will take a gander at the DocuTussy. How is everybody doing? Massive W's across the board. Let me move my camera down again. Camera, me, all the way down right there. Beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. It's in the game. Elon did what? Yes, Elon Musk bombed the moon. I wish I was joking about that, but Elon Musk bombed the moon. Elon Musk hit the moon with a missile, with a rocket. Thummy sent. Let's get a gander. Let's get a gander, folks. We've got 2 videos to make today. No, this is, yeah, no, this is perfect. All right, so here's the first one. Here's the first one. Sweet victory. We love that. You want to get me in there? You want to get me in there? You want to get me in there, Nels? I'll pose for you. I'll pose for you. There you go. Or let's go the other way so the chat's not in the way. Ready? How's that? You dig? You dig that, Big Daddy? You dig that? Incredible, incredible, incredible. And then this one is great already. Let me move my camera so the chat can see it. This was my idea. This was my idea. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. They're both so good. Just adopted a kitty and I named her Tally. Congratulations. Kitty named Tally. Congratulations. You've been adopted. I am so unbelievably grateful for all Michiganders. I am so proud of you. Except for the Michiganders who didn't vote for Abdul Sayed. You are all Islamophobic pieces of shit loyal to Israel. You ought to put a uniform on, grab an M27, enlist, and go die on Karg Island. If you're a Michigander that voted for Haley Stevens, you're a pathetic fucking swine. Pathetic fucking swine. What is that, a fly? Oh, it's a little fruit. Oh no, it's a fruit fly. My bananas. My bananas. Are they all over my bananas? My bananas. Fucking hate fruit flies, bro. I hate those little bastards. I hate those little bastards so much. Fuck. I got my nanas so I can make some chocolate chip nana bread. And then there's a fruit fly. Get the fuck out of here. Hi, Shaq. Get the fuck out of here. Hi, Weenie. Hi. Hi. Luigi made a dachshund friend named Scooby. I've been taking her out to the little dog park every night, and there's a whole bunch of other dogs out there, and she made a friend named Scooby, who's also a dachshund. But Luigi's a mini dachshund, and Scooby is a big dachshund, so it kind of looks like a jumbo wiener versus like a little baby wiener. It's incredible. It's incredible. Time to bag your bananas? Yeah. I fucking hate fruit flies. I gotta figure out how to kill that son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, it's like a little cocktail weenie versus an actual Oscar Mayer fat boy. Fat one. Love your videos. Hi, Chris and Luigi. Hi, JK Gamer. Thank you for the $5 donation. I really appreciate you. Fruit flies will lay eggs in your kitchen. Pour boiling water down your kitchen sink. What if I just sprayed some shit in my kitchen sink? Hold on, let me spray some fucking poison in my kitchen sink. Die! Die, I say! I mean... All right. All roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to no GTA 6. All right, how about that? How about that? $5. Apple cider vinegar in a jar with plastic wrap and holes punched at the top of it. That's how I catch some fruit flies. Oh, that sounds useful. I know Abdul won. I know Abdul won, folks. It's a beautiful day to be a communist Marxo-Islamist. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. Me and Sponge touching tips like that. Me and Sponge touching tips. Big fan. Big fan. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Haley Stevens is going to be haunted by Israel in her dreams. Yeah, no, she's going to have to pay that money back. Just kidding, she won't. Inshallah. All right, let me get a gander of the docu-tussie. Get a gander at the tuss, get a gander at the tuss. This massive fucker. What is this? Look at that massive fucker.
Ong.
Burn it. Burn it. Burn it to death. What is this?
Senior student counselor at Seattle. It's great to connect with you.
Hello, comma. Could you please pronounce all punctuation marks?
I completely understand your request, comma, and I am more than happy to accommodate that for you, period. Could you tell me a bit about what you're currently focused on, comma, comma? Are you studying?
My current feeling about what I'm, like, I guess, working on.
New Mexico, Albuquerque, 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 New Mexico.
I didn't heard it, right?
Albuquerque, New Mexico, 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 Albuquerque.
Found Chris's bidet. This is going to be a giant dildo, isn't it? That's like almost the strength that I set mine to. I want to, you know, when I use my bidet, I end up looking like one of those fountains. It's coming out of my mouth, you know? I saw this John Cornyn saying that there's nothing that the Senate can do to, or nothing Congress can do to rein in Trump.
Saying as recently as yesterday that he likes the idea of this fund, that he wants to find some way to pay these people. Does that concern you as someone who's tried to fight against getting this anti-weaponization fund in place?
I will be reporting on the United States military using a prototype GPS jammer and shooting down a completely civilian medevac plane, killing everybody on board. The United States military quite literally took down a civilian medevac plane in New Mexico, killing everybody on board with their GPS jammer technology. And that was not an accident, by the way. That was a sacrifice to test the technology. That was not an accident. I will not be reporting that as an accident.
Against getting this anti-weaponization fund in place?
Well, there's nothing we could do to rein in the president when he said he likes the fund and he wishes it still exists, but the fact of the matter, it's dead. And that's all we could do under these circumstances. See you all.
Yeah, so Congress is dead. Congress is useless. Congress is moot. Love that. Love that. Let's see. North Korean... Oh, what is this?
In Gaza, in your view, and also you're supporting peace and you're
Thanks
doing
for
your
becoming a
job,
loyalist.
but you're threatened several times. These threats, just you're frightened or stand still?
Well, I think the situation is awful. It's hell on earth. One need only speak to a victim, the families of hostages of 7th of October, or to the hundreds of thousands or millions that are suffering in the West Bank or in Gaza. One needs only turn on television.
So this is an ICC judge who was removed. Probably why he got removed. North Korean missile unit moves into Russia. 120 ballistic missiles could soon target Ukraine. Well, that's not good, especially considering the Ukrainians are out of interceptors because America is out of interceptors and we are the ones who arm Ukraine with interceptors. That's definitely not good. That's definitely bad. Israel is literally burning Palestinians alive. Let me close this just in case it's a violation of TOS. I have no idea if that's a violation of TOS, but it's just a video of a fire. Let's see. Clip of a soldier trying to prepare for drone warfare. Don't watch this? What the fuck is this? Luigi, shush.
It's so beautiful outside!
YN!
Dean, you have to save YN.
Finally, you've arrived, YN.
They said YN wouldn't show up, but they're here. And quite frankly, it's a beautiful thing to see.
What's going on? Who are you?
Who am I? I am the greatest president this country.
Boring. Just another Hatch Act violation. What is this?
Is very lucky because you have somebody running for governor who's going to do a fantastic job. She happens to be standing right at my right. We're in the Oval Office, and she really is a spectacular person. And I just want to wish you luck.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I think you're going to win.
I do too.
Thank you. Pennsylvania.
Okay. Oh, how mainstream media will report Abdul's victory. Oh, I love this guy. He's a fan of the show. He's a fan of the show. Shouts out to Spencer.
Everyone loves TikTok. That's the only takeaway here. Goodbye. The message here is that Haley Stevens should have gone on Joe Rogan, I think. Abdul El-Sayed should answer for his misogyny, frankly. I mean, just last night I watched him beat a woman on national TV. 97% of Abdul El-Sayed voters hate Jews, according to an exit poll that I just made up in my mind. This does not say anything about the state of the party at the national level. Mainly because I don't want it to. How did Haley Stevens lose? She's so freaking cool. Guys, stop calling AIPAC foreign influence. That's fucked up, okay? Call it Jewish influence. It's much less problematic. Oh, that was a real close race. It's too bad we'll never know how much money was spent on it. Because it's a mystery forever. I'm Van Jones. Today's the day Donald Trump became president. Yeah, well, try being gay in Gaza. It's not really related to what we're talking about, but I'm...
He's great. He's hilarious. Make sure you guys follow him. New attack ad already dropped.
Abdul Muhammad El Sayed, the most radical Senate candidate in America.
Pretty dangerous.
El Sayed pledged support for the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, a designated foreign terrorist group. He wants to hike taxes on Michigan waitresses, delivery drivers, and seniors on Social Security. He joined a sex offender and a murderer to demand the mass release of dangerous prisoners. And when his ally claimed America deserved 9/11,
America deserved 9/11, dude.
El Sayed refused to disavow it.
I'm not here to disavow people's views.
Abdul El Sayed, too radical, too dangerous, wrong for Michigan.
Dude, they're literally shitting in their fucking pants, panicking. Abdul's pre-primary night, what is this?
As you remake the Democratic Party in your image if you win, what is your message to someone who went Trump, Biden, Trump, and you want to go El Sayed?
So first, let's step back. It's always funny to me that people want to say that this state votes for moderates when it voted for Donald Trump twice. It may just be that the better explanation is not that the state wants moderates, it's that it's so sick and tired of the establishment bought off by corporations on both sides of the political aisle that it was willing to hold its nose and vote for Donald Trump twice. Now, what happens if the alternative to the bought-off establishment happens to be...
You know, there's something I want to address, and I'm going to double tap this like Pete Hegseth killing elementary school kids. I'm going to mention this when I make my video, which is that AIPAC... Like, I know it pretends to be an American lobby, you know, like it doesn't have to register as a foreign lobby, but AIPAC so clearly and obviously only cares about Israel that, like, how do I phrase this? They poured $70 million into Haley Stevens' campaign, right? And now that she's gone, they're going to pour that money into Mike Rogers' campaign. Mike Rogers and Haley Stevens do not agree on anything other than their vociferous support of Israel, right? Which then implies that if AIPAC is willing to fund Haley Stevens, a neoliberal, and Mike Rogers, a neoconservative, then AIPAC doesn't care about American politics whatsoever. All AIPAC cares about is the support of Israel, a foreign nation. It has nothing to do with American Israelis or American Jews, right? Because how can you explain moving from a neoliberal to a neoconservative in terms of funding other than their support of Israel? That's the only thing it cares about. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like telling on yourself, being like, yeah, no, we just care about a foreign nation. That's all this is. We are a foreign lobby, even though they don't have to fucking register as one. I'm gonna address that again when I make my video. I chatted with an Israeli Zionist, someone I went to school with. I'd love to send you the convo because it's something important for people to see, and he voted for Haley. Fuck it, give me the spiel. You don't need to fucking send me a conversation you have with a random fucking person. Ooh. All right, what else do we got? CNN working overtime to attack Abdul.
Haley Stevens could pull it out, but, you know, I think she's the underdog right now, and they are concerned about electability. They are concerned that someone as progressive as him, I think we cannot ignore the fact that he's a Muslim and a person of color, and people's concerns that.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Did I hear that correctly? What the fuck? Yo. Hey, yo. That is insane.
Haley,
you just can't get rid of the Islamophobia embedded within the Democrat Party, the establishment. You just can't get rid of it. It's like a permanent part of their fucking movement. Van Jones, Dems are blockbusters. This new movement is Netflix. What?
Base voters want.
Okay, Van Jones, what are the stakes here for Democrats?
Look, this is the whole ball of wax. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee.
This is Clan Jones, by the way, a race traitor.
There was a guy named Gil Scott Heron who had a great poem. It was called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." Gil Scott-Heron is wrong. The revolution is being televised and podcast and streamed and elected tonight. Why is that? It's because there is a credibility gap that's opened up between the Democratic Party establishment and this insurgency. People are looking at people and they're saying, you've been telling us the same thing for a long time and our lives are not any better. We got Donald Trump twice. There's also an innovation gap. Why can you spend $60 million and get whooped like this?
Because the power of the people cannot be defeated by a whole bunch of Israeli shekels, Van.
Because the old model was you get the donors to get the consultants to buy a bunch of ads and you win. That's how you get attention. This movement says, I don't need donors, ads, I don't need consultants. I'm going right to the people with TikTok and grassroots, and they've disintermediated the entire donor class, disintermediated the entire consultant class, and this is
why you see Zionists trying to establish permanent control over all of the social media apps, right? Because they recognize that people aren't tuning into CNN or MSNBC, MS Now, whatever, or Fox even. People aren't tuning into mainstream media outlets for their news coverage anymore. They're tuning into Valenti Videos. They're tuning into the Piker Broadcasting Service. They're tuning into secular talk. And now you are seeing them panic and try and lock down all of these independent media outlets, right? Like YouTube or Twitch or Instagram or you fucking name it. They are losing their fucking minds trying to establish the same, oh my God, Sean fucking stole my hook. You fucking piece of shit, Sean. You fucking bastard. The hook that I have for one of my videos was going to be Elon Musk blew up the moon. That was going to be one of my hooks. But regardless, you understand the point that I'm trying to make. Also, fuck Van Jones. He can suck my dick twice. A few reactions to El Sayed's win. Ooh, I love this type of shit. I love conservative tears. Trump endorsed 16 MAGA candidates have won their primaries tonight. The Trump endorsement can... Dude, this is the same picture 16 times. Like, dude, this is literally just a whole bunch of fucking crackers. This is... Oh, it's great. You need to start debating people, Chris. I used to debate people, but I'm past the point in my life where I even respect anybody who disagrees with me. So, like, I would debate people, but it's not going to be a debate. It's just going to be me ad homing them over and over again. Like, I'm not even kidding. They'll be like, why are you just insulting me? And I'll go, oh, I don't respect you. I don't want to participate in debate with you. I don't respect you, so I'm just going to insult you. I am very far past the point of debating my beliefs. Maybe, you know, I would if it was, like, actually worth my time. If I got to, like, yeah, I don't know, get, like increased viewership because of it. But I'm really not interested in debating. I used to debate the ever-loving fuck out of people all the time, every day, live on fucking TikTok doing debates. And it was just such a fucking waste of time, dude. Debate purgatory is not about who has the right opinion or the right take. It's about who prepared more, who studied the other side and has ammunition ready to go. All right, anyway, what else? Aaron Rupar, what do we got here? Oh, I have this queued up. Don't spoil it. I have that queued up. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. What is this? I think I have this one queued up too. Yes, I have that one queued up. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Kyle. AIPAC not only is Netanyahu in Israel, it's also MAGA. I've been warning all of you. AIPAC hints in a press release that they will campaign against Abdul WINS just like they did in the Democratic primary. AIPAC congratulates 30 pro-Israel candidates, yada, yada, yada. In Michigan, stand with Governor Whitmer, whatever. Excuse me. You know what I want to see one of these days, and I can't wait till it happens? I want to see a anti-Israel Republican, which is just an anti-Semite, and a anti-Israel Democrat running against each other for a Senate race. Someone that, like, AIPAC won't fund either of them, because that would be new to American politics. I would love to see a Republican and a Democrat who both hate Israel but for completely different reasons going against each other. That would be fucking incredible. What's this one? I have that one. You guys are spoiling everything. Don't be spoiling everything. Don't be spoiling everything. All right, we've got plenty to go with. We got plenty to roll with. And it's time for us to leave her. I thought I heard the old man say, Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, I'm actually too high up. I've got to be lower. And also, I got to sound more like a pirate. I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Delish. Delish. Anything on Turtle-Lipped Mitch? No, they haven't announced his death yet. They might do it this weekend. But they're absolutely going to announce it soon. The motherfucker's been dead since early June. He's been dead for like over a month. Almost 2 months. When the illegal war started, it was possible to hype Valenti videos, but the feds also disabled that too. You can't hype me? You motherfuckers can't hype my videos no more? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's terrible. That's terrible. Binky baby, go fuck a duck. Binky baby. I should have never told you to do it. I should have never told you to do it. What happens if he's still alive? You don't need to worry about that. He's not. He's dead. He's not. You do not need to worry about that. Hey, I'm a big fan. Thanks, Easton Soto. I'll east your ass. Anyway, you sound like a rusty pipe. I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. How's that? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Talking about Blanche seeking a national abortion ban yet? No, I haven't, but I probably should. Let me whip that up. I think Jessica talked about that. Let me double check. Jess, let's see. I'm pretty sure Jess was talking about this the other day. This it? Oh, that was 6 days ago. Maybe I reposted it. I thought I reposted it. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where, oh, where, oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I'm a dumbass.
Work to do with some of the policies around pro-life and some of the pro-abortion work that the Biden administration and the Justice Department allowed to happen. Some of that is taking longer than we want, but rest assured that we're working, hand in hand with HHS and the FDA and the White House and President Trump's team to get permanent solutions so that the Dobbs decision becomes permanent in every single state. So that means that if states are allowing it.
Can you say hi to my brother Joseph? He has a crush on you. Hey there, Joey. It's me and you now, Joey. Don't look away. Look me in the eyes. Give me that ass. All right, here we go.
If states have said we are going to protect the unborn and we're going to protect every life from the moment of conception, we're putting practices and policies in place so that other states and other organizations can't attack that, and they can't, do things like they're doing with mailing in mail order drugs and things like that. And it's a process that takes a lot of time, and that's why it's been 19 months and we don't have complete victory yet. But we will have victory, and victory will be soon, and it will be permanent.
Jesus Christ. If you guys don't follow Jess yet, make sure you follow Jess. Jessica Valenti on Instagram. She's fucking goated. She's also got a website. She writes it all the time. She's got plenty of books out there. So make sure you follow Jess, okay? Do that, and do that now, you son of a bitch. Do that, and do that now, you son of a bitch. Alrighty. I followed Jessica before I even knew who you were, Chris. Of course, Jessica has been famous far longer than I have been infamous. Far fucking longer, you know? I remember being a kid and watching her on the news and being like, that's my cousin. That's my cousin on the news. Who's Jessica? It's my cousin. She's a very famous feminist, pro-abortion activist, novelist. She's all over the place, man. She's incredible. It's just Chris in a wig. Fuck out of here. Who the fuck are you? Super chat not working for me? Huh? Is the super chat not working? Huh? This is Joseph? What the hell? Listen here, Joe. You son of a bitch. You and me, we're gonna find Spider-Man! Bring me Spider-Man! Hi, Jack. I'm about to pass out. I locked in. We're good. I yelled too loud and the world got dark from the sides, but I locked in before it got too black, you know? We're okay. Happens. Would you ever have her on the show? Of course. I've interviewed Jessica before on Valentiverse back in the day. But yeah, of course. Nope, Super Chat is not working. That's terrible. Thank you for the $2. Oh no, Super Chat is not working? Thank you for the $2 Super Chat. No. Chris, what workout split do you do? I just do full body workouts 3 to 4 times a week. And it's time for us to leave her. Volume's low today? Go fuck yourself with a crazy straw. How about that? Motherfucker. That's a sign of high blood pressure when you get angry. Happens sometimes. It happens. Israel comes to me in my dreams and my nightmares. Yeah, that's the difference between me and Haley Stevens. Israel comes to her in my dreams. Israel comes to me in my fucking nightmares. Bella ciao for the people. I can hit you with a bella ciao for the people. How about that? Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via. Che mi sento di morire. Incredible. Alrighty. We're 34 minutes into the broadcast. It might be time to kirk in. Might be time to perk in. Charlie Kirky. I just popped a perky. Charlie Kirky. Oh. All right, y'all ready to kirk in? Kirking in and kirking by.
Charlie, you mind telling me what you're doing with that bomb?
Oh wait, no. What is the line?
Charlie, you mind telling me what you're doing on that Covenant cruiser?
Sir, giving the Israelis back their money.
Godspeed, son.
I love Italian Socialists. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Heather. Thank you for the $10 donation. Thank you for the $2 donation. Just watched Threads last night after you told us. What'd you think? Was I right? Does it not lead you into a state of depression? Is it not one of the scariest fucking movies ever, bro? Think with the $2. What'd you think? Horrifying, right? Fucking horrifying, right? Tell me, Eyeless King, what'd you think? What'd you think? Kirkasset? Threads, the feel-good show of a generation. The old lady pissing herself, bro, that whole fucking movie is absolutely horrifying. It's horrifying. Real life is much more horrifying to me. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Just popped a Kirk 30. Delish. Delish. Charlie Kirky. Realistically scary and sad. Yeah, that's the reason why it's so scary, is because of how realistic it is. It's not like there's a lot of CGI or anything. It's fucking 1984 when it came out. The movie we're talking about is called Threads. It's from the year 1984. Where's Techstar at? He's usually here with us. I'm pretty sure Techstar was here earlier. Hi, Beans! Hi! Add a Valentia's right shirt. I think I will. You see the cringe Caroline Levitt vid, her trying to be cute and shit? I puked in my own mouth. Like, what the fuck was that? I did. Hi, Beans! Hi! Come here, buddy. Hi, handsome. Want to say hi? Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy boy. Hi, handsome. Have a good nap? Did you have a good nap? Okay. You want to go? You can go. Free to go at all times. Never hold you hostage. You know this. You know this. Mr. Beans. He's a good guy, Beans, you know? He's a good guy. A shame what he did in Dachau, but he's a good guy overall, you know? But, you know, that was a different life. What the fuck is all this? Is this parts of the carpet that were stuck to your claws? Are you tearing up the carpet? Is that what you're doing? Are you tearing up the carpet? Fucking bastard. Fucking bastard. Tell you that. Tell you that. How old is Beans? 3. Weenie. 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 No need. There's no need for the pork. Catch these hands in Halo? Kid, I've been playing Halo since before you were a twinkle in your daddy's eyes. I'd fuck your ass. You don't know what you're signing up for, kid. This ain't Black Ops. This is Halo. I'll be fucking hitting you with the noob combo. Fully charged plasma pistol straight to the domicile. Battle rifle. Doink. Dead. Gone. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. Chris, do you like fighting games? No, I'm straight. I'm just fucking with you. I know plenty of you like fighting games. I know plenty of you like fighting games. I know. I'm just fucking with you. I'm bisexual, so of course I like to play Soul Calibur 2. Jolly Turkey. I just bought a turkey. I just bought a turkey. Whoa. Halo 3 Guardian anytime. Shit, he knows ball. But unfortunately for you, I know Moloch. But unfortunately for you, I know Moloch. Just pretend the first thing. Just pretend I, you know, type shit. Type shit. Halo 2 coagulation. You young bucks don't know shit. How about Halo Combat Evolved Blood Gulch? Fuck your ass. I'll fuck your ass, son. You don't know shit about... Someone help me with my fucking coal power plant in Satisfactory. Jacob's in here and he's like covered in coal dust. Anybody? Please! Bean? What's the matter? What do you have to cry about? You got nothing to cry about. You got everything you fucking need, big guy. There's nothing that you could possibly want in this world. Who clears, Moloch or Kratos? Kratos, obviously. Obviously. The water won't flow, Chris. The water won't flow. Fixed it. Is Fenton Yahoo here? Hopefully. Love Fenton Yahoo, folks. All right, y'all ready? You ready to kirk in? You ready to kirk in? Listos? 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 All right, here we go. Here we go. Another massive fucking win for progressives.
Abdul Sayed has won the Democratic primary for the Senate race in the state of Michigan!
Massive W's in the fucking chat. To every single Michigander who went out and voted for Abdul Sayed, hit my line, I'll suck your dick. To every single Michigander who went out and voted for Haley Stevens, hit my line, suck my dick. All right? $70 million of AIPAC money couldn't defeat the power of the fucking people. You goddamn Islamophobic pieces of shit. Okay? That's all it is. Hassan was saying this too on stream. If you're a Michigander and you didn't vote for Abdul Sayed, it's because you're an Islamophobic, racist piece of shit, and you are top goy. You are top goy. You would sell your firstborn to the Israelis if they asked for it. Honestly, no, you wouldn't even sell it. You would just give it to them, you fucking scumbags. But massive W's across the board. It was a nail-biter of a race. I was refreshing that NBC tab over and over again all fucking night till 2 in the morning. Very close. I believe Abdul won with 49% of the vote, and Haley lost with 47% of the vote, somewhere around those margins. And then Mallory McMorrow, Mallory go fuck yourself. She got like, what, 3% of the vote or some shit, even though she dropped out of the race. People had already voted for her. But overall, massive W. And we've already got Republicans shitting in their fucking pants over this. Shitting in their diapers and then rolling in this shit like the little piglets that they are. It's overall fucking incredible. And just so you can see, the Fuhrer himself is pissed off about this. Get a look at this post. Great news for the Republican Party. El Sayed, a communist loser who hates Jews and Israel, is the projected winner in his race with the Socialist. As usual, the polls were way off on this one. She was not expected to do nearly as well as she did. Now, the Democrats' crazy policies will only get worse. So this is the attack that Haley Stevens was saying, that the Republicans want Abdul to win because he's easier to beat than me. That's the Michigan way. So real quick, to Haley Stevens and her entire staff, You can take the $70 million from AIPAC, you can shove it up your fucking ass, and you can go to sleep and have a dream about Israel. While I go to sleep and I have nightmares about Israel, there's one thing that you can't fucking do. You can't be a senator in the state of Michigan, bitch. This is a fantastic victory royale. We have another post from the pedophile Fuhrer. I'm about to read it for you. It's just blatantly racist. Wayne County in Michigan is one of the predominantly black counties. This is what he posted regarding Wayne County. Wayne County, Detroit, in Michigan is one of the most corrupt voting areas in the United States, if not the world. It is strictly third world. What he means by that is that black and brown people live there. Miracles happen in Wayne County, including more votes being cast than there are voters, by a lot. Therefore, the communist who is not liked in Detroit is potentially in vote counter trouble. The radical left socialist has a real shot, and don't discount all those fake mail-in ballots that will surprisingly show up at the last moment. Get ready for another rigged election. In November, we must vote for Mike Rogers and make Michigan too big to rig. God bless America, President DJT. Let this be a reminder that we have not finished the fight. But no, dead ass, the fight is not over, okay? The fight has only just begun. And I want you to really think about something. AIPAC poured $70 million into Haley Stevens' campaign, and this was a primary. The Democratic primary. Do you understand how horrified Israel is to spend that level of money on a fucking primary? Okay? And also to all of you motherfuckers who say that, like, you know, AIPAC is not a foreign lobby, it's an American lobby using American money. Well, let me ask you this. If AIPAC is willing to spend $70 million on Haley Stevens because of her vociferous support of Israel, right? Despite the fact that she is a neoliberal, right? Why are they also willing to now fund Mike Rogers' campaign when he's a neoconservative? Think about this. There's only one thing that Haley Stevens and Mike Rogers agreed on. Well, really two. One is Zionism, and two is American imperialism. Actually, a third one is capitalism. But the one that matters to AIPAC is their Zionism, right? So Haley Stevens, Democrat, liberal, Mike Rogers, Republican, conservative, right? Both of them butting heads on most topics, and yet AIPAC is willing to fund both of them. Well, that's because AIPAC doesn't represent American Israelis. AIPAC doesn't represent American Jews. AIPAC represents the foreign nation of Israel. That's the only way you can explain their willingness to pour money into both of these candidates, because the one thing they fucking agree on is their ironclad support for the genocidal rape state known as Israel, okay? So, again, like, there's just no debating it. That is what AIPAC is. It is a foreign lobby that will not register as a foreign lobby. Real quick, hi, how are you? I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to Valenti VOD. This is real independent media. I've never had a conversation with a sponsor, an advertiser, a billionaire, a government, a PAC, any of that shit, right? I don't make much money on this channel because I refuse to do fucking ad reads. You never see me do it, and you never fucking will see me do it. So, if you want to help support this channel, there's a couple of ways you could do it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with your group chat of dumb fuck idiots, okay? Do that. It costs you nothing. Helps me a lot. Now, if you do want to help me out financially, you want to help grow independent media and the OAL, the Only Americans Left, there's a couple of ways you can. You could buy merch. We got posters, we got mugs, we got hoodies, we got low-cut tops, we got stickers. All that is located down below. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member of the channel for $5. That'll give you access to member-only content. If you're already a member, you can also gift memberships. And then last but certainly not least, you can become a patron on Patreon by donating $5, $6, $7, whatever you want to donate. It goes a long way, and you get access to every single one of the videos I make with no advertisements if you don't have YouTube Premium. Okay, without further ado, we're going to dive right in. So, we just listened to Trump say that Abdul Sayed hates Jews and Israel. Well, what about this?
As Judaism and the Jewish people. I love Judaism and I love the Jewish people. I venerate Judaism and I venerate the Jewish people. I stand with Judaism and I stand with the Jewish people.
Attaboy.
And the single...
Also, I want to point out something. A lot of people, they say that like people like Hassan or people like me or people like Abdul or Zoran or whatever, that they're anti-Semitic and they hide their anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism. Brother, anti-Semites are not afraid to be anti-Semites. They're not. You know, Nick Fuentes is out. Oh my God, they're going to fight. Nick Fuentes is out there saying that he loves Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Like, anti-Semites do not hide their hatred of Jews. There's no need for them to do that. You can hate Jews publicly in the United States of America and not much is going to fucking happen to you.
And the single most dangerous
But God forbid you hate Zionism. Then something bad is going to happen to you.
thing that they've tried to tell us is that somehow they can extend the definition of anti-Semitism to include a foreign government and its leaders. I call bullshit. No.
Fuck yeah.
No. If you believe that anti-Semitism extends to include a foreign government and AIPAC, you are creating a dangerous circumstance. So it is important for us to recognize that we love Judaism and the Jewish people because we love people. And we love Palestinians and their rights because we love people. And we love that our tax dollars get spent here, on schools here, and healthcare here, because we love people.
Oh, come on, you're blocking the fucking shot.
You cannot claim
You're blocking the
human
shot.
rights end at a border.
You're blocking the shot.
Claim that you want to invest in our kids when you send our money abroad to kill other people's kids. You cannot claim it.
Yeah, no, and listen, this is non-negotiable. Anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism are two completely different fucking things. A man can hate the nation of Israel and still love the Jewish people. That's what I fucking do. I grew up in Westchester County. I think it's the second largest population of Jews on planet Earth, number one being in fucking Israel. Okay? I've been to more bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs than Nelson has been to quinceañeras, okay? I guarantee you I know more about Judaism than most people. There is a fucking difference between hating Israel and hating Jews, okay? I will not debate this. This is not something that can be debated. All right, more. You want to, dude, look at this one. Look at this one. JD Vance. They kept this motherfucker locked up in the closet for the past fucking 2 months and they let him out just to be racist. But he's so afraid of Abdul el-Sayed, he's already floating the idea of President Sayed. President el-Sayed. Get a look at this.
With us. We don't want the next administration, whoever, you know, God forbid, you're going to have President el-Sayed in 3 years. We don't want him to undo all the incredible work that we've been doing.
Also, I'd like to point out that nobody wants to be near this man. Look at, like Stephen Miller's just looking at the space in between atoms in front of him, and this fucking malnourished fucking hawk-looking dork, he's just staring at his own shoes.
Working with us. We don't want the next administration, whoever, you know, God forbid, you're going to have President el-Sayed in 3 years. We don't want him to,
from your lips to God's ears,
undo all the incredible work that we've been doing when we've been taking out the fraudsters.
And also, the only reason he's saying God forbid President el-Sayed is because his name is Abdul Rahman el-Sayed. It has nothing to do with his policies. He just hates all Muslims.
And saving the American people money.
Just blatant fucking racism. I want to show you Hassan popping off. I'm pretty sure he had a couple of drinks here, but this is, I believe, right after Abdul became the projected winner last night at around 1 in the morning.
Like, everyone being like, Abdul has a fuck ton of work to do mending bridges. Here's the fucking take nuke for you, okay? You are all unbelievably Islamophobic pieces of shit, okay? You literally called the dude a fucking terrorist for months on end and like called him a sexist, misogynist, terrorist, bad candidate, fake doctor when he has like 2 fucking degrees. And now you're gonna sit there and be like, well, you know, you really gotta come to me now. Like, what are you talking about? Do you wanna fucking win or not? Lock the fuck in, okay? Lock the fuck in. And I do worry that there are some out there who, in an effort to make sure that this narrative that a progressive can win in a state like Michigan doesn't take root, will literally either subtly or, you know, not so secretively endorse Mike Rogers.
No, that is what you're going to see. And I fucking said this months ago. I said as soon as you have DSA candidates, progressives, anti-Zionists winning Democratic primaries, you are going to see liberals advocate for Republicans. That's the reality, because at the end of the day, the establishment Democrats and these neoliberal fucking cucks are more loyal to Israel than they are to America. And they will proudly support Mike Rogers or fucking Haley Stevens. They will proudly support Republican nominees over progressive nominees that win the Democratic primary. Guarantee Chuck Schumer will never endorse Abdul El-Sayed. They are going to support the Republicans. I promise you that.
Or stay out of the race. Well,
this is why I tell you the fight has only just begun. We've got to finish the fight.
You know, trying to push the excitement in the opposite direction.
You gonna say anything else, Hank Becker?
Like, everyone is already doing the can El-Sayed unite the Democrats? And that question is just, can El-Sayed get the pro-Israel vote? Can El-Sayed win over, not even the vote necessarily, but like, can El-Sayed get the people and the groups and the NGOs and the consultants that have worked extensively for pro-Israel?
Your vid is out of sync with the audio. I'm pretty sure that's a you problem, Caleb.
Candidates to shut the fuck up about El-Sayed being a terrorist for a long enough timeline so that, you know, we can consolidate the base and defeat the fucking Republican.
Friendly reminder that if you are Muslim in the United States of America, the Republicans and the established Democrats literally view you as a terrorist. If you are left of center whatsoever, they view you as a communist, okay? That's the reality. That's the fact. It doesn't matter if you are a communist. I'm sure that there are plenty of fucking communists in here. They're gonna call everybody an Islamo-Marxist, Maoist, Leninist, communist, socialist, okay? It does not matter what you believe in. If you are left of center, in the eyes of the Republicans and the establishment Democrats, you are simply a fucking threat. All right, let's look at some actual official coverage here.
Abdul El-Sayed wins Michigan's Democratic state primary, notching a Midwest victory for the left.
Beat $70 million of outside dollars. We took on a machine. You're not supposed to be able to beat $70 million of outside spending. A record amount of money spent in a campaign against a Democrat in a primary in any campaign. You're not supposed to be able to beat that. And what we showed is that the power of our many is greater than the power of their money.
Also in the last hour, Haley Stevens has thrown her support behind El-Sayed as he prepares to take on former Congressman Mike Rogers in November. She wrote in part, quote, Donald Trump and Mike Rogers want us to come out of this primary tired and divided. I'm not going to let that happen.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know what you could have fucking done if you were an actual Democrat is when you lost, you could have endorsed the Democratic nominee over Mike Rogers. Mark my words, Haley Stevens will never endorse Abdul El-Sayed, which goes back to the point that I was making earlier, right? Even though Mike Rogers is a Republican, she will not endorse Abdul El-Sayed. Maybe she won't endorse Mike Rogers, but she will not endorse Abdul El-Sayed.
Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Shaquille Brewster in Michigan. What more are we hearing from El-Sayed, who's still speaking this hour?
Thanks for becoming a loyalist, Justin.
Yeah, Christine, he's still speaking right now. You know, he actually addressed Haley Stevens directly. You mentioned in that statement that she talked about trying to unify the party. Well, you heard a similar message from him as he had this first statement after not being able to celebrate last night at his campaign event. I want you to listen to a little bit more of what he said about Haley Stevens this morning.
To my colleague and friend, Congresswoman Haley Stevens, we shared a great conversation this morning. And I know that it was a bitter end to this very long primary. But I also know that Haley brings the best of herself to her work. She is one of the most committed public servants that you'll ever meet. She loves...
Committed to Israel, of course.
...democracy like I love democracy. And whatever differences that we...
Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
...might have had in the primary, they pale in comparison to what unifies us.
And you also heard him preview the fight that's ahead. This is going to be a tough fight for a battleground Senate seat. Again, it's being held by Democrats right now. It's important for Democrats to hold this seat if they want to be able to flip the Senate in November. But you hear him right now or if they want to be able to flip the Senate in November. But you hear him right now attacking Mike Rogers, who is his opponent. Mike Rogers, will hear from him a little bit later this morning.
Yeah, what do we know about Mike Rogers right now? I mean, he has said that Shaq, is looking forward to opposing El-Sayed. He's the candidate he's most eager to.
Oh, I'll show you what Mike Rogers said. He compared him to Osama bin Laden. That's what Mike Rogers did. Immediately posted on Twitter comparing Abdul El-Sayed to Osama bin Laden. That's what he fucking did.
To oppose.
Yeah, if you listen to both of these candidates, it seems as if they're both excited to be going after one another. For Mike Rogers, we heard him on cable news this morning calling El-Sayed extreme, saying that he has a socialist attitude. El-Sayed said,
dude, Abdul El-Sayed is not even a DSA member. He is not a socialist. He is simply a progressive.
That he's not a socialist, that he's a capitalist. But I think that previews the line of argument and the attacks that we are going to hear. We heard President Trump earlier this week using that same line of attack. This will be a tough general election battle. We know that Rogers, he did not have a primary opponent. There are not those divisions that you see in the Democratic Party. He didn't have to face that bruising, divisive primary in Michigan. So he's coming into this general election kind of running right into it, able to get his message out as he has been the past couple of months as the Democratic candidates have been going after one another. We'll hear what that messaging sounds like a little bit later today.
All right, a little bit more here. Just a friendly reminder of who Haley Stevens is.
And in the United States Congress, I will continue to fight for the people of Israel. I will continue to fight for Israel's existence. Israel comes to me in my dreams. I see Israel's future, and I know that Israel will continue to exist for the Jewish people.
Get fucked, loser. Get fucked. You lost. All right. So, Mike Rogers, right? This is the Republican nominee. Here's one of the things he just posted.
I'm not here to disavow people's views. America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Immediately posts clips of 9/11 now that a Muslim has won.
When I was in college, I took a terrorism class.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
I'm not here to disavow people's views.
You know, I am in support of abolishing ICE.
Because we're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the
Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
The people who listen to Hassan are engaging in faith. They want a way forward into our politics.
Just blatant Islamophobia. And if that wasn't Islamophobic enough, we'll talk about that one after. If that wasn't Islamophobic enough, here's a direct quote from Mike Rogers upon Abdul El-Sayed's victory. Quote,
I spent years hunting terrorists and bringing Osama bin Laden to justice. Never in a million years did I think I'd be running against someone who believes America deserved 9/11.
Did you just compare Abdul El-Sayed to Osama bin Laden? And also, that's not, Abdul El-Sayed and Hassan Piker are two different people. Hassan Piker said that America deserved 9/11, which we did. And he also was talking about the whole idea of blowback, of the imperial boomerang returning to the United States of America. He wasn't saying that the innocent lives that died in 9/11 deserve to die. He was saying America, the imperialist entity that has mass murdered literally tens of millions of people across the planet, specifically in the Middle East, did absolutely deserve some repercussions for its actions, which I agree with. As somebody from fucking New York, as somebody who has lived in this goddamn city my entire fucking life, even I understand the idea of geopolitical blowback. You stupid, Islamophobic, racist motherfucker. God, it's diabolical. There was also another win here in Michigan. Donovan McKinney, he wins U.S. House of Representatives, Michigan's 13th district. This is another massive win. Now we have Donovan McKinney in Congress, or not in Congress, in the Democratic nominee for Congress. Congratulations to Donovan McKinney on winning his congressional primary, unseating a millionaire AIPAC stooge. Donovan is a former union member fighting to get money out of politics, a Green New Deal, and union jobs. So congratulations to the people of Detroit. Okay, that's all I've got for you in celebration of Abdul's victory. We're going to move on to the second video of the day, which is going to be talking about Trump just, Groundhog Day, Groundhog War. I told you yesterday, he said, if the Strait of Hormuz isn't open by midnight, I'm bombing the fuck out of them. Well, the Strait of Hormuz is not open, and now he's extending it, going, okay, now they have until tomorrow, okay? Immediately, I'm going to be bombing them. So, never-ending fucking war, and we're also going to be talking about how Elon Musk bombed the moon. That's not a joke. Elon Musk had a rocket that crashed into the moon at like 4 times the speed of sound. So, and now like experts are warning that chunks of the moon are going to come crashing down onto Earth. So, Elon Musk genius. He's so good. Do you see him in Iron Man? Anyway. Thank you very much. If you're here live, you stay. We got to keep going. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, helps me immensely. Do me one last favor. Click the video on screen. It's somewhere over here, and it's a banger. And I know bangers. Beautiful. 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 Jack said, excuse me? Yeah, you didn't hear about this, bro? Elon Musk bombed the moon. Elon Musk bombed the moon. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let me see. Is this the supercut I was looking for? I think this is. Yes, this is the supercut. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You ready? Think of the $20. I sent you a DM on IG about an upcoming meeting with my congressman that took $4 million from AIPAC. I need to get advice on questions to ask and how not to scream in his face. I mean, I'll give you like one tip here. You should ask him. You should be like, what do you say to the anti-Zionist Jewish people in this district who argue that anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism are not the same thing? And maybe phrase it in a way where it's like, considering the fact that you have accepted $12 million from AIPAC, what do you have to say to your Jewish constituents who believe that anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism are not the same thing? You know, you really got to pin them in a corner like that. Imagine the incoming moon debris is just Israel dropping bombs and having something else to blame it on. Well, that'd be fucking crazy. Okay, you ready to move on to the second video, gang? You ready to move on to the second video? All right, here we go. The Strait of Hormuz is going to be open tomorrow. We're going to be down to $1.50 gasoline by Friday. My wife's my sister. So Donald is continually repeating that the Strait of Hormuz will be open by tomorrow, I promise, which is exactly what he said yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before. He's been saying this since day 2 of the 6-month-long war that we won 2 weeks in, that we waged to destroy a nuclear program that we destroyed last year. But yeah, no, literally, Donald is like, just so you know, we are out of ammo completely and entirely. We are so out of ammo that Pete Hegseth is having fucking freakouts on Twitter every time like CNN posts like a link to a Reuters article where it says that our stockpiles are fucking empty. He's responding like, "This is fake news! How dare you! You want Iran to win the war, don't you?" It's incredible, but we're gonna be talking about that, how Trump keeps on extending the deadline for a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and how, like, news outlets are reporting like, don't worry, it's gonna be open next week. No, the fuck it isn't. We also have an insane interview that Trump did on Fox News with Trace Gallagher. I have a little clip of about 4 or 5 minutes long. It's fucking pathetic. The pedophile Fuhrer is decaying in real time. He's lost his mind. Nobody on Fox News will address the reality of that fact. Trump is also removing, the Endangered Species Act. You know, there's a lot of different like rules and regulations where like you can't build or you can't hunt or you can't do all these things because there are endangered species there. Well, Trump doesn't give a fuck about that, and he's removing the regulations so that more animals can go extinct on planet Earth. We have one of the latest pictures of the White House under Trump being completely fucking destroyed to build the Epstein Memorial Ballroom. Trump committed stolen valor numerous fucking times on Twitter, comparing himself to Patton and MacArthur. The United States military killed everybody on board a civilian medevac flight in New Mexico. That's not a joke. There was a civilian medevac flight that was hit by a experimental weapon from the United States military that shut down their GPS navigation system, and they ended up crashing into the side of a mountain, and everybody died. A lot of media outlets are reporting this as a accident. This was not an accident. This was a sacrifice to test this new weapon. They sacrificed an entire fucking civilian medevac flight, killing everybody on board. Elon Musk bombed the moon. Not a joke. One of Elon's SpaceX rockets crashed into the moon at like 4 times the speed of sound, and now chunks of the moon are going to come flying down to Earth. Fucking diabolical. And then I have a little surprise for you at the end. I'll just save that for the end. So, hi, how are you? I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. This is real independent media. I've never had a conversation with a sponsor, an advertiser, a billionaire, a government, a PAC, any of that shit. And the reason why I say that is because the only money I make on this channel is through you, the viewer. That's why I call myself a megaphone of the people. So if you want to help support this channel, there's a couple of ways you can. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with your group chat of dumb fuck idiots, okay? That costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. If you do want to help support the OAL, the Only Americans Left, there's a couple of ways you can. You could buy merch. We got posters, we got mugs, we got hoodies, we got stickers, we got low-cut shirts. All that jazz is located down below. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member of the channel for $5. That'll give you access to member-only content. And if you're already a member, you can gift a membership. And then last but certainly not least, you can become a patron on Patreon by donating $5, $6, $7, whatever you want to donate on Patreon. It goes a long way, and it gives you access to every single one of my YouTube videos without the advertisements if you don't have YouTube Premium. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's move on. I believe this account is satire, okay? So don't freak out here. But Stephen Huffman says, finally, President Trump just announced that the Strait of Hormuz will be completely open by tomorrow. Don't fill up your tank today unless you have to. Gas should be down to $2.50 a gallon by Friday, Monday at the latest.
It's not very complex. We're talking about the Strait, the opening of the Strait.
Again, accordion hands is an indicator that he is about to lie.
Talking about the Strait, the opening of the Strait, having it open literally by tomorrow, completely open. And that's phase one.
Yeah. It's going to be open by tomorrow. You said in February, and then you said in March, and then in April, and then in May, and then in June, and then July, and now we're in August. We are approaching the 6-month mark of this war. So, Associated Press. Trump says a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz could come this week. U.S. Führer Donald Trump said a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz could come this week as Iran and Oman inched towards an agreement on the critical waterway that could ease pressure on the global economy and potentially bring an end to the war. The Axis of Epstein launched the war on February 28th, citing various goals, including toppling Tehran's government and ending its non-existent nuclear program. Those were not achieved, and the conflict has devolved into a fight over the strait as Iranian attacks on shipping have ground traffic through the waterway to a halt. The Trump regime previously ruled out any deal that would give Iran control over the strait, which was an open international waterway before the illegal and offensive war in the name of Israel began, but has seen traffic reduced to a trickle. An agreement giving Iran authority over it would be seen as a major loss for the U.S. and a break with global norms. Closure of the strait, through which a fifth of the world's oil and natural gas once passed, has driven up the price of fuel and basic goods far beyond the region, roiling the global economy. The Führer is also mounting pressure to end an unpopular war ahead of midterm congressional elections. Trump says a deal to reopen the strait is close. The U.S. Führer was asked by reporters traveling with him in California about a report on Axios news site that an announcement on the strait could be made on Wednesday. Quote, "It could happen tomorrow or the next day, 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 or the next day. He said, speaking Tuesday evening, California time, a lot of progress has been made. Oil prices initially eased on hopes of a deal that would allow shipping to resume, but later inched upward. Brent crude, the international standard, was around $80 per barrel on Wednesday, still well below the level it hit at the height of the conflict. In recent days, the Fuhrer has again alternately threatened massive strikes and voiced his support for diplomatic efforts. Regional officials tell the Associated Press negotiators have finalized a draft. Iranian and Omani negotiators have finalized a draft deal to reopen the strait and are awaiting final approval from Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei. Two regional officials told the Associated Press on Wednesday. Khamenei is believed to have been wounded in the war's opening strikes and has not been seen in public since then. The officials who were briefed on negotiations portrayed the potential deal as a temporary solution to the dispute over the strait. They said it is tied to an agreement reached between the U.S. and Iran in June that aimed at ending the fighting and reopening the waterway, but ultimately collapsed. They're talking about the memorandum of understanding that Israel violated within half an hour of signing. The officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the private talks said the potential deal will pave the way for the U.S. and Iran to resume negotiations on Tehran's nuclear program. So none of this is true. That's the reality of the matter. We are nowhere close to a deal, and even if we were close to a deal, the deal is going to be giving Iran all of the concessions that they demand. It's going to be the United States surrender, which Trump signed with the MOU, and Trump refuses to surrender, and he's actually planning a nuclear strike on Pickaxe Mountain and a ground invasion of Karg Island and Keshem Island. That's the reality. You can come back here when I'm right. I always fucking am. Anyway, let's move on a little bit. Speaking of the Iran war, I just wanted to show you this clip of the bald-headed Nazi, John Fetterman, the stroke victim who has fucking brain damage and he is blackmailed by the Israelis. He got absolutely shitted on by Jon Stewart, and like, you just have to see it to believe it. By the way, these are the people, the quote-unquote Democrats who fucking hate Zoran Mamdani, Hassan Piker, or Abdul El-Sayed. This man is more loyal to the state of Israel than he is to the United States of America, and you're going to see it in this.
So for you, you could agree with them 90%, but Israel is the red line.
Absolutely. Israel for me. Like, I can't ever turn my back to Israel after...
Dude, they must have videos of him fucking kids.
After where it's at.
So, and I mean no disrespect on this, but that is not our country. You're saying that these candidates may have great ideas for our economy.
Isn't Jon Stewart Jewish too? Right? Like, you can't call him hold on. Is Jon Stewart Jewish? Pretty sure he is he not? Yeah, Jon Stewart is Jewish! So you can't call him a fucking anti-Semite. All you could do is call him a self-hating Jew.
You're saying...
Which is, I guarantee, what this motherfucker is thinking in that empty vessel that he calls a brain. Bold! Bold! Bold!
That these candidates...
My eyes!
May have great ideas for our economy. They may want to do the exact same thing you want to do in terms of getting money out of politics. They may want to increase the social safety net. They may want to change the balance of power from capital back to labor. But if they don't agree with you on Israel, you don't want them in your party.
Well, I don't know who you're referencing to specifically.
No, everybody. Everybody. You say that if you don't support Israel, you're not a Democrat. That's what you say.
Referencing what you just said.
Name
so in other words, Syed or AOC or Bernie Sanders, I assume you agree with a lot of what they say economically.
He doesn't know what they say economically. He doesn't care. The only thing he cares about is ironclad support for Israel.
And what I'm saying is, like, if you are a DSA member, if you are a member of a specific political party, run under your own banner. And now I think Bill Maher said something very insightful. He said,
oh my God, Bill fucking Maher.
You know, the DSA are colonizing the Democratic Party.
Brother, we live in a two-party system. You have to register to vote as either a Republican or a Democrat. Whether or not you're a DSA member doesn't fucking matter, you stupid piece of shit.
So,
God, I wish that fucking stroke took you out.
Just be Democrats if you're going to run under the...
Don't question anything. Don't question Israel. Don't question the Democrats. If you're going to be a Democrat, you're going to be a Democrat.
Democratic Party for that. Why have a DSA party for overall? So run on that, and you all understand.
It's just
literally an autistic golem.
It's an organization. It's not, we have a two-party system. We don't, it's like the Freedom Caucus in the Republican Party. There are, there's Randy Fine and Ogles and all these nutbags that are also part of an area. And
he agrees with Randy Fine on everything.
And Republicans, I'm sure.
By the way, the reasons why Oreos have clipped edges is because of Randy Fine, that fat Zionist fuck.
Sure, may not agree with all of them on all kinds of things, but there is no other party. Well, I guess you could try it, but my point is, if you don't disagree with them on a lot of things, why not use some of that energy? And even like Mamdani in New York is DSA, but there are things in the DSA platform that he disagrees with. And I'm assuming there's probably things in the Democratic platform that you might disagree with, but you don't disavow the entire thing. You're literally saying we can all have discussions, except when it comes to Israel, which is not America. It seems like a weird line to draw.
Well, so then, I don't think that's weird. I think what history demonstrates is that when people or a government or people turn their back to the Jewish community, things end really badly. And
Jews and Israelis are not the same. Jews and Zionists are not the same. Oh my God.
Jewish community and Israel are not the same thing, brother man. They're
fuck, I love Jon Stewart.
Not that is not.
This is the man Bill Maher thinks he is.
The same thing.
No. It's like, hey, it's like if I have to pick a side for after 10/7 and after Iran, I'm always going to stand with Israel. I'm always going to vote and support whatever that's necessary to protect themselves and to prosecute Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran too. And the very left never said a peep after Iran executed 30 to 40,000 young people in there just for protesting for democracy.
Yeah, that's because that didn't happen. That's because that's Israeli Hasbara. That didn't happen. There's zero evidence of it. Literally zero evidence. There's no footage of tens of thousands of people being mowed down with machine guns. No fucking evidence of this whatsoever.
You think that the left is pro Iran, not the country, but the regime?
What I'm saying though is like, if anyone in the
I'm pro-Iranian. I am pro-Iranian, 100%. I believe that the Iranian people have a right to exist. Now, that being said, I hate all ethno-states, whether it be a Jewish ethno-state or an Islamic ethno-state or a Christian ethno-state. I don't give a fuck. I'm an American. This is a secular society. We have a separation of church and state. If you don't fucking like it, leave, bitch.
The Democratic Party is fine with Iran building a nuclear bomb.
That, yes, no, I'm 100% in support of Iran having a nuclear weapon. Why is that? It's because having a nuclear weapon is the only way to prevent the Western world from raping your nation. Have you ever noticed the fact that we don't bomb North Korea anymore? Or China? Or Russia? Or France? Or the UK? Or any nations that have nuclear weapons? That's because it's the only fucking way to prevent your nation from being colonized.
I disagree with that person.
I think most people are, again, I think you're caricaturing the issue, but is there anything you would criticize Israel about?
No. Absolutely not. There's not a single goddamn thing. Now, going back to the whole thing about the United States of America being out of ammo, and that's why Trump is canceling the attacks, CNN, they were referencing actual sources. I mean, Reuters and the Associated Press, all these different sources, they had insiders from within the Pentagon come out and say, yeah, no, we're dead ass out of ammo. And the chyron on the bottom says, sources, U.S. has used nearly 80% of key missile interceptors in Iran war. Top commanders warn stockpiles dangerously low. And then Pete Hegseth, the alcoholic rapist secretary of war crimes, he posts on Truth Social, which is literally just an admission. He goes, that banner is not true, CNN. Shame on you. We don't hate the fake news media enough. Yeah, no, it's true. It's absolutely true. If Pete Hegseth is actually losing his fucking mind posting about this, then it is absolutely fucking true. All right, now, I've got a supercut here, amalgamated by Aaron Rupar, who we love, shout out Aaron Rupar, of Trump's interview with Trace Gallagher on Fox News. Get a look here.
If they back out again, are they done?
Well, if they...
Hold on.
If they back out again, are they done?
Well, if they back out again, they're going to get hit really hard.
He said that 1,000,000 times.
You know, they know that. They understand that. I have no choice. They can't have a nuclear weapons first. In the economy, Trump is at 42%. I shouldn't be at 40. We have the greatest economy maybe in the history of the world for any country. We have 19.2.
Bro, I had to pay my electrical bill today. It doubled since last month. Doubled, bro. And I ain't been using my AC any more than I was last month. And I understand part of that is a fucking heat wave. But at the end of the day, it's twofold. It's A, the price of oil, and B, the fucking data centers.
$1 trillion being invested in the United States.
No, you don't. No, there's not $18 trillion being invested in the United States. That's a bold-faced fucking lie.
And if I wouldn't have won, you would have had $10 trillion being taken out of the United States. And
you just made that up out of his ass.
Your welfare would have doubled and tripled, and we would have had a bankrupt. People were so opposed to what I did in Venezuela. It lasted one day, and now they...
Yeah, well, you invaded a nation and kidnapped their sovereign leader. Then you stole all of their oil resources, and you put the profits into a private bank account in Qatar owned by you. Not by the United States government, not by the office of the presidency. Owned by you. That's what you fucking did.
Look, we're making hundreds of billions of dollars, and so are they. They're getting... Venezuela's like a different place, but we're taking out hundreds of billions of dollars. They're taking out hundreds of billions of dollars. It's a different place. It's actually become, I mean, they had the tragedy the other day with the problem, as you know.
With the earthquake, with the problem. It was a fucking earthquake.
It was a terrible problem. The earthquake, I guess you'd call it.
What do you mean, I guess you'd call it? What, did you manufacture this shit? Was this like the Jewish space lasers? What the fuck? Did you fucking make an earthquake? And that's why you're like, I guess you could call it an earthquake when it was really a Trump-quake.
It was a bad one. But outside of that, I mean, they have a country that is a very happy country again. I think we're going to have it coming down. The oil companies have to start going. You know, they're making too much money, and they've got to start lowering it. But we're going to be down into the 3s and maybe the 2s pretty soon.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah, all right.
Gallon. We'll see what happens with the war. We have a very good day today. You know, they don't like to say that. The Iranians, they always like to say, we didn't discuss that. We didn't. People have found out that's not true.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro? The Iranians are not negotiating with any Americans. They're coming up with a deal with the Omanis.
They had an all-day negotiation today, and it looks like things are very good. And if that happens, where the Strait is opened up, they'll never have a nuclear weapon. But if the Strait opens up, and it's partially opened anyway, and as you know, we control the Strait totally through the blockade.
No, we don't.
But if we have no friction, then oil will go down to, I think it'll go down to $2.50 a gallon, $2.50. You know, it was down to $1.85 before I had to make this little journey to the Islamic Republic of Iran. 401.
Little journey is what he calls a 6-month war that has cost upwards of 750 U.S. casualties.
1Ks are the highest they've ever been by double and triple.
Yep.
And then I read where we're doing badly on the economy. By the way, job numbers. We have more people working in the United States today than ever in history.
Not true.
We're doing an unbelievable job. Costs are coming way down. I inherited, you know, they talk about costs. I inherited very, very high costs, and they're all coming down now. The food.
None of that is true. The price of groceries are skyrocketing.
Food, the groceries, it's all coming down. We've done a great job. You know, I think we should be given an A+ on the economy, but...
An A+? You want an A+, dude, on the economy? You have fucking destroyed everyone's hope of ever buying a house. You actually said yourself that you want to drive the price of housing up. You literally said that. You also said, we don't have the money for childcare. We don't have the money for healthcare or pre-K. No, we need this money to fight wars. He literally said that. It's on video.
I think that's coming. People are starting to talk about it.
I'm wondering, sir.
Nothing. I think any community that turns down AI is making a big mistake because your taxes are going to go way down. If you own a house, it's going to be more valuable. It's a tremendous thing. And I see it. It's almost like there's a campaign against, you know, data centers.
Yeah, because it's driving the price of fucking everything up. because it's using all of our fresh water, because it's polluting the fucking air, because it's killing animals with the never-ending fucking sound that it's putting out. Dude, there are cattle ranchers out there who live near AI data centers, and their cattle has only been producing stillborns because of the never-ending drone-sounding noise going into their fucking brains, bro. Jesus Christ.
But data centers, if you look at the stats, everything's good around them. Now, the thing they should look at is blue states and blue cities. Cities run by Democrats, because that's really the threat to the country, because they're a disaster. But when you turn down data centers, and within this country, when they get turned down, there's other communities that want them desperately.
You're here to talk about the economy.
Right.
What's your big message? You want to leave one takeaway with this crowd. What is it?
So
I shit my diaper.
Tariffs have been incredible. We've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars. Supreme Court gave us a little shot, but we're allowed to do it in a different manner. They said that. But we are anyway. I mean, regardless, we have the law.
Regardless of if we have the law. Motherfucker just said, I don't care what the law says. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want because I'm a pedophile Führer. Thanks, Donald.
And rolling. We've never been this successful. They don't want to talk about it, but they're having no choice. And again, whether it's Laura or Sean or Jesse or you have such a good show. I watch you all the time.
Thank you, sir.
Sometimes they tape it and watch it. It's okay. You know, it's I don't know what they call it today. They used to call it TiVo. Maybe they still do.
Yeah.
But I love TiVo or its equivalent.
DVR.
But you do a great job.
Jesus Christ. I always forget how fucking old this guy is.
Thank you,
really
sir.
Good.
Well, I just think she was totally wrong. They did a beautiful job. There were a couple of little things, but that was not a big deal. And everybody saw the vandalism. All you have to do is look at the tape.
Oh my God, he's talking about the reflecting pool. Everybody saw the vandalism. All you have to do is look at the tape. Go check out my latest video about that, bro. We literally looked at the video that he posted on Truth Social. Showed nothing at all.
If you look at the tape, plus we have a witness or two witnesses that saw the vandalism. So certainly when there was vandalism, it was actually, in my opinion, it was...
I don't know if they'll include it, but during this Tarmac interview, he also said that he feels really bad for Max Miller. Max Miller is the GOP congressman who held a gun to his wife's head and broke his 2-year-old daughter's clavicle. And he poured boiling water on his wife, and he's just like an abusive drug addict.
Major vandalism. And I told her I was not happy.
Is she safe? Are you going to keep her in the position? Max Miller, any comment on Representative Miller?
Yeah, they're talking about Max Miller now. Yep. Any comment on Max Miller?
I hope he's able to work it out. I feel badly for him.
I feel badly for him is what he said. Max Miller posted child porn of his own daughter on Twitter, and it got over 200,000 fucking views. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, let's look at some of his posts on Truth Social. For far too long, radical climate activists attempted to hold our great country hostage by drastically and unreasonably expanding the intended scope of the Endangered Species Act. This was complete and total regulatory overreach by unelected bureaucrats. They treated Americans very unfairly by stifling the production of important resources like oil, natural gas, and timber, and blocking the construction of family homes and critical infrastructure. Even our military couldn't train on land that was deemed off-limits to protect a little rodent. Oh, we were blocking land to protect Stephen Miller? Now my administration has returned the Endangered Species Act to how it was intended to be, just as the great Justice Antonin Scalia has explained in previous cases. While responsibly protecting our beautiful country, the United States of America is going to build again. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Your great-grandchildren will have to read about what a cow is. Okay? I hope you understand that if we keep on electing Republicans into power, your great-grandchildren will be eating plant-based meat products for the rest of their lives. There will not be a zoo. You understand that? All right, more. This one is fucking diabolical. First, I want to show you the picture. This is the White House, dude. Well, there's the White House right there. This is what this son of a bitch did to the fucking East Wing. Look at this, all to build the Epstein Memorial Ballroom, which is actually just a secret Fuhrer bunker. So he posts this. The very complex and expensive structure being built for the United States military at the East Wing of the White House. This picture does not yet include the drone port, where the steel, which is already being fabricated and ready to go, will be delivered imminently. The project is on cost and substantially ahead of schedule. We are working very closely with the United States Secret Service and military, and this military complex is the best of the best. It will provide the highest level of defense, offense, and safety. Offense? You're gonna launch offensive drones from the White House? What? I'm sorry, what? What the fuck? Oh my god, dude, this is how he plans on never leaving. It will provide the highest level of defense, offense, and safety for the people of Washington, D.C., and for, importantly, future presidents. He means himself. Also rising is the desperately needed ballroom, something which former presidents have wanted for 150 years, which sits directly under the elevated drone port and is paid for by great American patriots. No taxpayer money. That's not true whatsoever. Thank you for your attention to this matter, pedophile Donald J. Trump. And then he posted this, stolen valor of him pretending to be like Patton and MacArthur. Just AI-generated slopaganda from a fucking draft-dodging, fat-bodied cadet bone spurs. About a war that he lost, by the way. We lost the Iran war. I find it really ironic that he dodged the Vietnam War, which we lost, and then he waged the Iran war, which we also fucking lost. All right, moving on to this insane story. It appears that the U.S. military killed everybody on board a civilian medevac flight in New Mexico. Well, when those lights go out, man, you know you're in big trouble. When the FAA shut down air traffic to El Paso Airport earlier this year, nobody could have guessed that an experimental high-energy laser weapon was the cause. After days of chaos and speculation, it was revealed that Customs and Border Patrol officials had fired off a laser volley from a U.S. Army base adjacent to the El Paso Airport. Though the trigger-happy Border Patrol grunts evidently thought they were firing at drug-smuggling drones, their real target turned out to be a kid's party balloon. Regardless, it was later reported that the cutting-edge weapon was taken for a test drive a week before FAA and Pentagon officials had a chance to discuss how to safely implement the laser device, making it a small miracle that nobody in the air was killed. Not every use of an experimental aerospace weapon goes off without a hitch, however. New bombshell reporting by Wired reveals an incident in which the testing of an experimental GPS jammer resulted in a medical plane crashing into the side of a mountain. What? What? The horrifying incident happened in May, the publication reports, when a small twin-engine medevac aircraft carrying 2 pilots and 2 medical workers departed from Roswell, New Mexico, heading west for the small mountain village of Ruidoso. The crew became the victim of an electronic warfare exercise being conducted at the nearby White Sands Missile Range, a test which rendered their navigation system inoperable. This was not an accident. The United States military saw a civilian medevac flight and said, fuck it, do it, shoot him down. Let's see how our weapon fucking works. So, like, just so you understand, this is how the Trump regime views us, like our citizens. Expendable, worthless, fucking not even a thought. Due to a combination of low visibility and an air traffic control that was stretched far beyond capacity, at least 3 other planes reported navigation disruptions due to the GPS jamming. The pilots failed to register a mountainous formation between their plane and the landing strip. As airline pilot and aviation crash analyst Juan Brown told Wired, the visual effect of that approach would have been stupefying. When those lights go out, man, you know you are in big trouble, Brown explained. Unfortunately, the disoriented crew ran straight into the side of a mountain they likely never saw, resulting in the loss of life of everyone on board. It's the first known instance where military GPS jamming played a role in downing a civilian plane in U.S. airspace. Reported incidents of GPS jamming within the continental U.S. have skyrocketed in recent years, according to the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association. The number of GPS interference events went from 4 in 2020 to 50 in 2024 and 40 across 2025. Though the crew involved in the New Mexico crash was warned that GPS interference may be present, there evidently weren't enough safeguards or air traffic control personnel in place to prevent the tragedy. This was 100% done intentionally. The United States military purposefully shot down a civilian medevac plane and killed everybody on board because they hate us and they want to kill us. That's the reality. All right, speaking of hating us and wanting to kill us, Elon Musk bombed the moon. That's real. Elon Musk's SpaceX rocket crashed into the moon at 4 times the speed of sound. Let's get a look here.
Overnight, a rocket accidentally slammed into the moon. No, this is not a movie plot or an alien invasion. But as CBS News senior national correspondent Mark Strassman explains, it's real and might actually be a good thing.
Ignition.
Might actually be a what? Might actually be a what? Friendly reminder that if you wanted to kill every living organism on planet Earth, you don't need to drop 5,000 nuclear bombs scattered across the planet. Just bomb the moon. Just bomb the moon. Minions! Tonight, we steal the moon!
When SpaceX launched this Falcon 9 rocket into orbit early last year,
Separation confirmed.
no one expected its second stage would drift and keep drifting all the way to the moon's Earth-facing side.
Giant fucking crater on the moon now, by the way, because of this.
It crashed there early this morning with a force of nearly 3 tons of TNT.
There's only so many times where events like this will occur, and it gives us a chance to understand how the atmosphere of the moon works. It's happened twice in my lifetime.
Meteoroids, space rocks, pelt the moon every day, like this one in 2013. But rarely do scientists have enough notice to study the impact of a man-made object in real time. NASA's intentional crash in 2009 confirmed the existence of water ice in the moon's craters. The overnight explosion involved a 4-ton piece of the SpaceX rocket stage slamming into the lunar surface at 5,400 miles per hour. The crater it created could be 100 feet wide and 16 feet deep. Unintentional, although SpaceX says it followed all appropriate rules and regulations.
Oh, yeah,
what has happened is essentially a mixture of solar activity and gravity forces have put it on a path towards the moon.
Around the world, scientists watched intently, including at the Lowell Discovery Telescope in Arizona. They're hoping to pull apart more of what the moon is really made of.
Moments like this,
cheese. It's made of cheese.
Likely to be a reminder that we don't know the moon all that well at all.
Yeah, to me, that's very much the larger picture here.
SpaceX has finally made it to the moon, however, accidentally.
Jesus fucking Christ. And there's people out there who think that Elon Musk is a fucking genius. Yo, I love Elon, trillionaire genius. Okay, I told you there would be a surprise for you at the end of this stream, or at the end of this YouTube video, and there is a surprise for you. There's a new game out there, it's called Lindsey Graham in Hell, and I thought I ought to play it for you. All right, the mission: Lindsey must save all of his girlfriends from hell. You have to find every birdo, and if you know what that means, you know what that means. So let's play a little bit. You can fire dildos. Isn't that something?
Lindsey Graham in hell.
Oh, what happened to the volume?
Lindsey Graham in hell.
Turn it down a little bit. We gotta fight those ladybugs. Oh, there's a birdo down below there. And Charlie Kirk and Mitch McConnell may or may not be in this game. Fuck, I suck. My dildos are not doing enough damage.
People overseas was among his favorite pastimes. A warrior senator against trans rights. Getting fucked by trans women was among his favorite pastimes. And sucking Donald Trump's dick. Attaching himself like a barnacle to a ship.
Fuck me, dude. It's so hard to play Lindsey Graham in hell.
When asked about him dying, Donald said nothing about Lindsey, and and just pointed out how it would be harder now to pass the SAVE Act. Lindsey Graham in hell. Lindsey Graham in hell. Lindsey Graham in hell. Lindsey Graham in hell. Lindsey Graham in hell.
You think Lindsay would have liked this? Like dildos. Fire the dildo! Oh, there's a cock ring over there. You're supposed to gather the cock rings. Cock ring! I got one! There's 5 cock rings on each map. Another cock ring! What a great game, and what a great song. Okay. Okay. I had to share that with you. I had to share that with you, okay? Anyway, that's all I've got for you for today's Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. So wait, are we Charlie Kirk or Lindsey Graham now? We are both. We carry the fucking flame. Anyways, if you're here live, you stay. We got to keep on going. And if you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, don't forget to click the video on stream. It's a banger, and I know bangers. Incredible. Incredible. Did you guys have fun? Did you guys have fun there? Oh, Jesus. Lindsey Graham is roasting in hell. It's a beautiful fucking sight. It's a beautiful fucking sight. All right, let's get these videos uploaded, huh? And we also have to make an advertisement. Videos. This one. And then upload video. We carry the flame and fight for the ladybugs. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, while this... Oh, whoopsie, boopsie. Looks like it's going to fucking rain. Not good. All right, while these are processing, we'll make our advertisement. Thank you for the $2. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, Aunt Caffey. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Congratulations to everybody who just became a member of the channel for free. All right, let's make an advertisement. So Abdul El-Sayed defeated Israel's strongest soldier, Haley Stevens, who received $70 million from AIPAC money. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it 70 or over 70? I think it's over 70. So Abdul El-Sayed defeated Israel's strongest soldier, Haley Stevens, who received upwards of $70 million from AIPAC. That's not enough to defeat the power of the people, you dumb fucking bitch. You traitorous, evil cunt. Fuck, I don't know if I could say that. I know I can, but, like, not if I want Abdul to you know, have a chance here. All right, one more time. So, Abdul El-Sayed delivered a sweeping victory over fuck me in the ass. Abdul El-Sayed won his Michigan primary for Senate. Fuck you in the face. So Abdul El-Sayed won the Democratic primary in the state of Michigan for the Senate race. He defeated Israel's strongest soldier, Haley Stevens, who received upwards of $70 million from the Israel lobby. And immediately the Republican nominee, Mike Rogers, he's comparing Abdul El-Sayed to Osama bin Laden. That's not a joke. That's what he posted on Twitter. He said that he spent a big part of his life hunting down Osama bin Laden, and now he has to fight against somebody like Osama bin Laden. That's literally what he fucking said, because every single Michigander who didn't vote for Abdul El-Sayed is an Islamophobic, traitorous piece of shit. That's what you fucking are. Also, Trump is extending the deadline for Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz by another week. Even though yesterday he said they had until midnight, and the week before that he said they had until midnight, and the week before that he said, you know, just never-ending groundhog war for our pedophile Fuhrer who is incapable of winning the war against Iran because the United States military is a paper tiger, completely unprepared for modern warfare, which is about drones and cyber attacks. It has nothing to do with your fucking $1.3 million Patriot missiles that we're out of. Oh, speaking of being out of ammo, Pete Hegseth is crashing out on Twitter because people keep on accurately reporting that the United States military is literally out of ammo. We're out of interceptors, we're out of precision munitions, we're out of ATACMS, we're out of absolutely fucking everything for twofold reason. One, we gave almost all of it to Ukraine, and two, Donald J. Trump, the pedophile Fuhrer, he waged an illegal offensive war in the name of Israel and premature ejaculated and dropped absolutely everything he fucking could on Iran, which only strengthened their resolve. We lost the fucking war. What else? What else? There's a new game out there where you get to play as Lindsey Graham in hell with Charlie Kirk and Mitch McConnell. Great fucking game. I played a little bit of it. John Fetterman got absolutely fucked on by Jon Stewart, saying, hey, listen, John Fetterman, sir, Israel is not the United States of America. Did you know this? Isn't that crazy? It's overall great fucking news day. So go check out the two latest YouTube videos. Oh, Elon Musk. Elon Musk bombed the moon. Elon Musk bombed the moon. Yeah. One of his rockets crashed into the moon at 4 times the speed of sound. Yeah. Isn't that great? Anyway, 2 new YouTube videos. Go check them out. 2 new YouTube videos and Valenti videos on YouTube. Go check them out. Mwah, new YouTube video. Mwah, new YouTube video. Mwah, new YouTube video. Oh, another 5 gifted memberships from Aunt Kathy. Thank you very much. Okay. Abdul 1. Trump Groundhog War. Abdul 1. Trump's Groundhog War. Islamophobia. And Elon Musk bombed the moon. Two new episodes of the Valenti VOD on YouTube and Patreon. Save that as a draft while we get those videos uploaded. Apparently there was another attempt on Trump in LA. If he doesn't die, it's fake and staged and gay. That's actually a confirmed fact. And they're trying to do it to garner, you know, a little rally around the flag effect. But every time somebody tries to kill Trump, everybody cheers. So, you know, it doesn't work anymore. All right, documents, episode 523 and 524. That's episode 523. Download. This is episode 524. Going to be in New York next week for work, staying near the World Trade Center. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to be staying near the Freedom Tower. I have terrible news to share. Okay. Believe it or not, Israel and Saudi Arabia, how do I phrase this? They took them down. Took them down. Tell me where to eat. My ass. My ass. All right. Documents. Valenti VOD. See, my thing is I couldn't really tell you any good restaurants to go to because I cook better than every single restaurant in New York City. So, rename episode 524. Alrighty, let's get these in there. Okay, we need a title for this. How about Abdul El Sayed? Oh, need that in all caps. Massive victory royale. Abdul El Sayed defeated Israel in the Democratic primary for Michigan's, in the Democratic primary. We have to make room. We're getting rid of that. Massive victory. Abdul El-Sayed defeated Israel in the Senate Democratic primary for Michigan. Inshallah, we win again. AIPAC spent $70 million just to lose against Abdul El-Sayed. Okay, publish. We got to cut the fat. Another massive fucking win for. Okay. AIPAC spent $70 million just to lose against Abdul El-Sayed. Alrighty. Get the next one up. So 524. Excuse me. We are Chris Valenti, we carry the flame. We fight for the gospel and honor his name. All right, titles for this one are going to be Trump's Groundhog War keeps going in circles. Oh, and Elon Musk bombed the moon. The Iran war rages on. The U.S. military shot down a civilian medevac plane in New Mexico. Elon bombed the moon. How about we? Nightmare news. The Strait of Hormuz is going to be open tomorrow. We're going to be down to $1.50 gasoline by Friday. My wife's my sister. Yeah, so Donald is continually
Beautiful.
looking.
Beautiful.
Incredible. Incredible. All right, now we can post the advertisements. All right, that's posting on TikTok. Yeah, no, banger stream today, I'd say, right? Listen, guys, if you've enjoyed your time at the Valenti broadcast, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the live stream with your group chat of dumb fuck idiots. And if you want to support me and independent media as a whole, consider donating to the channel in any way that you deem fit. You could buy merch. You could click the thanks button to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member of the channel, or you can donate on Patreon. I love you all. Thank you very much. All right, so that's on TikTok. Let's get it on YouTube Shorts and then Instagram. I'm the loudest Italian in my family. That's like saying you're the I don't know, the most dancing member of the Jackson 5. Like, okay. Cool. All right. It's like saying you're the gayest Republican congressman. Like, all right, cool. You're all gay, you know? Right. 2 new episodes of the Valenti VOD. All right, now let's get that on Instagram. Two new episodes of the Valenti VOD on YouTube and Patreon. Yeah, they're gonna start classifying Abdul as Hamas incarnate.
Thousands of viewers. People are fed up with it. I think they're energy here that is. This is my first time here, and people say that there's something different happening here, and I think it's because people feel have sort of banked on the fact that if they run as Democrats, they'll get people's votes. For public office, have sometimes forgotten to earn people's votes, and I think you're seeing that when you have an anti-establishment figure like Abdul anti-establishment in the sense that much of the Democratic establishment against him in this run. They backed his opponent, Haley Stevens. A lot of people warned that wouldn't be electable. Well, the voters just chose him as the more popular candidate in this primary, and so we'll see how he goes head-to-head against Mike Rogers, but you can tell there's a lot of momentum for his ideas right now. And here's the thing, folks.
Alrighty. Is that uploaded yet?
Right now. And here's the thing.
No, it's still uploading. There we go. Good to go. Oh, someone needs his pinky. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Alright, guys. That's it. Can you please bark for me like a good little Italian socialist puppy boy goy toy? Is that Bibi Netanyahu? Orf, orf. Oh, lordy. Oh, y'all are some fucked up little guys. That's what you are. Some fucked up little boys. What the fuck is a binky? You know, like a baby sucks in their binky? I told chat to spam binky every time I hit my vape. That way I can feel some shame for doing it. Sucking on this fucking AI dick, you know? Bye, cutie. Bye, Emma Rose. Thank you very much, darlings. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I love you all. You have a good one. Don't do anything I would do. All right? GG's. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.